day margin call on a guy that might pay me $20,000 all year long for a hedge account in brokerage business. At 11 o'clock, we told him he had a margin call. If it wasn't in the bank by 1 o'clock, we blew him out. We couldn't afford it. He could break me overnight. And we never lost a dime in it, because the guys knew what they were doing, and they had their bankers on board. And they said, "Are you going to stick with me? You know, I sold 20% here. I'm scared to death I won't sell anymore." And then you watch it go down, you sell more later. The best thing to do is been sold more and hedge it off, and then give them their money back. When the price of corn fell, we were sending checks back like crazy every day. "Give me my money back. I got to pay the banker." So understand what that does, and I think we're going to need more of that, because if you look at my range, even from $3 to $4 or $4.50, that's $1.50. In a national average, you're on the wrong side of that. That's $225 an acre. I don't care what your costs are. If your neighbor does a better job of marketing you, he can do $50 to $100 an acre better job. I saw it happen in my own business when I started farming. My best friend bought my used equipment, and he just couldn't. He said, "I don't know how you make it, Jerry, but it just, you know, that's how I got started in writing." But $50 an acre on 1,000 acres back then in 2000 was $100,000 a year. In 5 years, that's $500,000 before taxes. Then somebody wonders, how come you pay cash for a pickup and you don't be on John Deere credit? It takes 20 years, and suddenly you're 25, and you're 45 when you're 50. You do as you damn please, and you don't care what the price of grain is because you've lowered your cost. But you've got to have a long-term view in looking at that. And I looked at it back then and thought $50,000 a year was big money. And now I look at it, and $200 an acre from what we've seen fluctuate, you know, that's 200 grand an acre for me. And that's real money. And you can't get too good at doing this, just like you can't get too good at planting a crop. I'm over by quite a bit, I guess, but there's a lot to be said. A lot's happened, and don't underestimate what happened in the marketplace in January. And we need to produce the crop and plant it yet, but if we get the crop in the ground, I think probably our worst problem may finally come at the last half of the year when we've got into the harvest and somebody starts saying, "Wow, you did a big one again." So with that, I will close, and thank you for inviting me, and have a good session. Thank you.
Jerry, I'd like to present you with this tie.
Great.
Appreciation, and thanks for your insight on marketing.
Well, thank you very much. It'll be interesting. There's going to be 2 in the same county, right? Thank you.
And at this time, we are over a little bit, but we are scheduled for a break. But if we could take a 5-minute break, make it a little bit shorter, and try to get back here so that we can try to catch back up a little bit.